Good morning, anglers, and it's Jim from Match the Hatch Fishing. It has been quite some time since I've recorded a trip, though I've been on a few. And before we get to the fishing, I want to take a moment and explain a few things. In years past, when I started this 4 or 5 years ago, it was just a fun thing for me to do. And I would tell you I was on a certain river at a certain spot, especially when I was fishing primarily stocked rivers. And what I didn't understand is I was spot burning. I was telling you, go to this hole. My perspective is, I've been an offshore guy for 30 years. We used to call guys on the radio and say, hey, go to that secret super special channel. You talk to someone there and say, hey, here's where I am. I'm on a tuna bite. Then came Garmin with an inReach device where we could text each other. And in the last few years, we now all have Starlink on our boat, which is Elon Musk's internet. I've got TV, phone service, text service. And to give you, for an instance, my first tuna trip this year, like the first week in June, I went where no one else was. I found a pile of yellowfin. We limited out. That means 3 per man by lunchtime. And I called my best friend and I said, hey, here's where I am. He was about 25 miles away. He picked up his gear, pulled up his outriggers, ran 25 miles to where I was. And I'd already left him. I was headed back to the barn and he caught him. And that happened several times for us this year. That's always been my perspective to share. What I didn't realize is that in a trout stream, you're burning a spot. And it came back to haunt me quite a few times when I went back to a stock stream the day or two after it was stocked, and there are boot marks everywhere. I mean everywhere. And the fish kind of aren't there. Clearly, in some instances, these fish were poached. So, anymore, I'm going to tell you, let's say, the state I'm in or the area I'm in, and if you'll know the stream, you'll figure it out. So, the other thing is, many of you have heard me talk about all of my injuries. I had a shoulder cleanup on my left about two and a half months ago. I got hurt subsequent to that. I tore a big tendon in my shoulder, and playing a tennis tournament in May, also had a slight cartilage tear on my knee. So this may be one of the last trips I record for some time, because I'm going to have a shoulder surgery and a knee surgery at the same time. Go figure. I'm happy to be here, and that being said, I'm in Maryland today. I am fishing my longest nymphing rod, which makes it easier for me to cast, and the water level is way up here. I had fished with a friend here a few days ago and did really nicely. So as is my habit, if I go to a place and I do nicely, if the conditions haven't changed much, I'm gonna come back and do that. The other thing that's new today is I'm wearing a hat I bought on Amazon that has a mount on it for the GoPro. Not on the bill, but on the front of the hat. And for years, many of us would wear a hat and the GoPro would sit on the bill and it would pull at you all day long, and my sunglasses are scripts. And so that was a real issue for me. My glasses, the arms of my glasses would pinch at me all day long. I wasn't real happy. I found this for $17 or $18. It's my first time wearing it. Right now it's super comfortable. So know that. I'm fishing my Thomas & Thomas Contact 2. This is a 4-weight rod with a Galvin reel. And I'm fishing a leader today from Trout. This is their standard leader. And my bottom fly is a green mop fly, and my top fly, or my point fly, because they really responded to that the other day. And my top fly is about a size 18 or 20 blowtorch. And the friend I was with the other day, and you can, I don't know if you can see this, but there's already bugs flying around. So there's already something going on here at 9 in the morning, 9:30 in the morning, which is really, really good. My friend was swinging wets the other day, and I watched him do this. I've really never seen it done well before in person, only on a video. And what was just super, super fascinating is that he would swing these wets into an area like this. They'd come out here into, let's say, nothing water, and then he would get bites. So the fish would clearly, let's say, follow those flies, and when they thought those bugs that had emerged from the river were about to fly away, the fish would bite. It seems so easy and so simple. And you don't set the hook when you do that kind of thing. I always seem to set the hook when you nymph, because it's just a different approach and you kind of need to do it. That was really, really fascinating. I've got a lot of water to cover today, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to be as descriptive as I can. Again, I'm a weekend guy mostly. I may make an adjustment. I think the first thing I'm going to do is just shorten this. It's twisting around the line just too much, and in all likelihood I will leave this fly on all day long. And I only have, what do you call that, 6 inches, but just to cut it back an inch, I'll make a difference in it getting swung around the main line. Guys who are better than I am will leave this much off, and it also depends on what kind of fly you're fishing and the weight of it and how efficient or hydrodynamic it might be in the water. And what I did was the top section of this is 4x and the bottom's 5x, and I just had a blood knot, and my tag is the end of that blood knot, which I have in my hand right now. If you're using the same tippet throughout, then you tie a double surgeon's knot or whatever makes you happy. Yeah, oh, boy, that was, I saw him. I just can't tell if they're snapping at the mop fly or the blowtorch above it. Typically the mop fly fish really eat it, but every day is different. That's a nice fish. All right, that's what I've been waiting for. This is such a long rod that, wow, let's get him to the side here. And that's a good way to start. He's on the mop fly. I know that you can't see him on the GoPro because I can't see him with the glare here. But I'm gonna... So I will literally come down just a few feet. I'm going to check my flies. Boy, this seems to get wrapped around today. Again, that's not 3 inches. And I'm going to just fish that same seam from the lower part of it. Yep. And what I'll do is I'll make a few drifts. You can feel that mop fly bounce along the bottom. And then I'll just come forward, let's say, a big step. And now I'm casting that much further in front of me. And I see that bank there, though not terribly deeper in front of that bank than it is anywhere else. I thought it might be, but I'm here, so I'll get a drift or two. That doesn't look as fishy as I thought it might be. So I will literally come down just a few feet. I'm going to check my flies. Boy, this seems to get wrapped around today. Again, that's not 3 inches. And I'm going to just fish that same seam from the lower part of it. Yep. And what I'll do is I'll make a few drifts. You can feel that mop fly bounce along the bottom. And then I'll just come forward, let's say, a big step. And now I'm casting that much further in front of me. I see that bank there, though not terribly deeper in front of that bank than it is anywhere else. I thought it might be, but I'm here, so I'll get a drift or two. That doesn't look as fishy as I thought it might be. So I've decided I'm going to come back to this side where I started, and I'll take a look around and say, where could there be fish? Now, if I just walk through them, but there's a big rock there. There's another seam directly in front of me, as there are seams all across the river here. And so I'm going to take 4, 5, or 6 drifts. I feel confident that even though this fly is a little heavy, it's going to be effective, because I landed one. I've seen a fish chase after it, and I know I've had other takes I've missed. So I'm gonna opt for another mop fly, and I know that fly box, I wear some fly boxes around my waist now, but the one I need, I know is in here. So I'm gonna pull out another mop fly that I think is lighter in weight, probably not near as high quality, which I believe is this. So I'm gonna try this one. Boy, that's another take. There's no way these are fall fish. I can literally feel call it the bite, the nibble, all right, yep, that's what's happening. So they've been responding to the top one. Here's your little brown trout. He is little. And I think what I've felt are these tiny little fish. So I just made a change on this top fly, maybe 2 inches of line. I put on this big soft tackle called a spider, which is much different looking than the blowtorch. And I want to see if I get a different response. This water right in front of me looks super good. So let's see. And there are what I presume are little mayflies or midges flying around me. They're with kind of white wings, and they're just kind of swarming all over the place. There's some big ones. That might be a caddis on the water. Yeah, there's clearly a hatch right here. You'd think I would catch him. Boy, there's a big hatch going on. That's a good fish. That's a real good fish. Boy, he smashed it too. Wow, I'm gonna be lucky to catch him. Oh boy, this is why you come here. Let's see if I can swing him over. Grab my net. Come on, net. Keep the pressure on him. Yeah, he ate that. Oh my God. All right, let's see if I can get him in the net again. I've got two. Oh my God. That's what it is. Look at the one on the bottom. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this. I am fouling this up. That is epic. Look at the size of that. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that. That's a thrill. Look at the size of that fish on the bottom. Boy, that makes my day. Still a hatch going on. It's hard to leave this section. I bet you there's 10 to 20 fish in here. Yep. Let's get him up. All right, he ate the point fly. So that validates that we got the right point fly. This is about a 16, I believe. Has a little bit of green hack on a brown body. Again, it's like a thread Frenchie. You know, one could argue it's a caddis imitation. It's just a general, tractor fly. I'm going to put the greeny weenie back on because perhaps that's like a tractor. Fish see it, don't eat it, but then they see the fly up top. So let's do that real quickly here. I misspoke. Green mop fly. Darn. I look at this water, I can't figure out how I'm not catching them. You know they're in here. Yeah, I thought I felt him at the end. Yep, ate the hare's ear. That's not bad, I'll take him. If I can see him. Alright. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, alright, alright. Soft biting. I was quick to set. That's a nice one. Where's my net? Alright, it's 2 o'clock, 10 of 2. I've been at it since about 9:15-ish. Took a break here, got a bite. Re-rigged. And so what I've done here is I'm going to start with this fly here. It's a 16 hot spot, kind of a, another Frenchie. And then up top I have a little midge, about 18 or 20. It's got some green in it and some black. Now that blowtorch that I had fished really got tagged a lot, but it didn't catch a lot of fish. Now it could have been the way I had it rigged. It could have been that I was lousy at this. Many different variables. But I am convinced that these fish are really active. There's been a big kind of bug bite, a lot of bugs. That's a good bite. And that's a nice fish too. Oh boy. If he takes me downstream, I'm in trouble. I gotta see if I get him out of here. There he is. Nice. All right, ate that point fly I put on. Yeah. It's crazy how these fish can sit in this water and find like a cushion area where it can sit in underneath it. It's not that deep, so they don't have to paddle so hard or sit behind a rock so they can feed. Oh, wow. Man, I was just walking down, letting it sit. Look at that. And get him up to the shallow here. That's another nice fish. Boy, happy to have him. Another beauty. Let's get over here because I'm silting up a decent run right there. What did I say? I mean, I walked right through that fish just about and he's still bit. Yep, ate the top fly. Look at that. Ate the midge. Okay. These fish are being that real fast moving water. Oh. Oh, come on. Gonna put him on the reel. He's not that big. He just thinks he's big. Ate the midge. Look at that. That's pretty cool. This is the kind of section. Oh, section. I was going to say this is really nice. That you have to put a strike indicator on. Unless it's a fall fish. I can't see him. The sun's in my face. Oh boy, he's right here. But there he is. Oh boy. Let me get his head out of the water. I can't get his head out of the water. Come on, buddy. Oh, it is a fall fish, isn't it? Good. You gotta catch a fall fish. They live here. Nice fall fish. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for playing. I always say if you don't catch a fall fish, it's not a good day. They are indigenous. Oop. Who's there? Came right back and ate it. Is that a fall fish or a trout? I cannot tell. All sorts of rocks over there, big boulders. That's drag. Yeah, you don't see that often. Don't know which one he is. So much glare. I cannot see this fish. Another beautiful brown. Well, I will dab this along and... Oh, there's one. Wow. Saying dab it along. Fish is on cue. Another mopfly fish. Look at him. Come here, buddy. Gorgeous. Right on cue. This section. And I'm dragging it. Yep. That fish is exactly where he should have been. That's a good one too. Man, what a day. Oh no. Shoot, come on, Jim. All right. Oh, another good trout. Gee whiz. He is digging. A trout or fall fish? It is a fall fish. Okay. He still counts. Nice fall fish. Looks healthy. A beauty. Freshwater tarpon. I don't know if it's the most fish I've caught. It may well have been. I just lost track, but certainly the biggest. And that double was something. And the lower section produced 8-inch fish after 10-inch fish after a 12 or 13-inch fish. So really just a great day. And the mopfly produced, and a couple of other things did as well. I hope that this was beneficial, that you learned something. I sure did. So thanks for watching. And as always, wherever you may fish, anglers, this is Jim from Match the Hatch Fishing and Tight Lines.